morning, students. Welcome to 7th standard chemistry class. Let us start this unit 3, matter around us. The last class I explained about the atoms and molecules. In the atom I said atom is a indivisible particle. Indivisible particles. Any substance, if you break that one stage, that we cannot be divide further, that stage is called as a atom. I said about molecules. Molecules is a combination of this indivisible particle. That is combination of atoms are called as molecules. So under the molecules we are divided into two types: molecules of a compound and molecules of the element. Molecules of elements and molecules of compound. What is this molecules of elements? Molecules, I said, it is combination of atoms, and elements means if it is a pure form, if same two atoms are combined, that will give the molecules of the elements. For example, if you see that H2 is a hydrogen gas. In this hydrogen, two hydrogen atoms are combined. These two atoms are same atoms. If the same atoms are combined, that is called as a molecules of elements. And molecules of compound mean two different atoms. Two different atoms are combined, that will give this molecules of a compound. For example, HCl, hydrogen plus chlorine. Hydrogen is a different atom, chlorine is a different atom. These two different atoms are combined, that will give the molecules of the compound. There is many examples as given in your book, and you see these molecules of compounds. We have this carbon dioxide. Not only two, more than two atoms are combined, that is also gives the molecules of compound. That is, in this carbon combined with the two oxygen atom, these two different atoms are combined. Two different atoms are combined, that will give the molecules of the compound. Carbon dioxide is one of the example, and another example, if you see this ammonia, this is carbon dioxide. And next example is a NH3, that is ammonia. Nitrogen combines with the three oxygen atoms, that will give a molecules of a compound. And in the next we are going to see about this classification of matter. So how the matter are divided naturally. Classification of matter. Matter, I already said, it is anything which occupies the mass and volume, what is called as a matter. We divide the matter into two substances. One is a pure substance, another is a mixture. Under the pure substance, we have the two types, elements and compound. Under the elements, we have the three types: metal, non-metal, metalloid. In this class we have to explain all this. In the pure substance means this substance which has only one type of atom. For the elements means it has a pure form. This pure form of those elements which have only one type of the substance. Compounds means two different elements are combined, that will give the compounds. Under these elements, how to explain this? Elements naturally, there are 108 elements, 18 elements are discovered, that is given in our periodic table. So totally in our world we have totally 118 elements. Out of this 118 elements, 94 elements are present in the nature. Naturally it is present. The remaining 24 elements, that is artificially discovered. So let's see this. What is the metal? Metal is a element. See this metal. Example: silver, gold, aluminium. These are all called metal. So in this metal, which is in the pure form, silver means it contains only the silver element Ag, and gold means contains the element Au. These are the symbol that we will see later. The aluminium means Al. So only a pure form of elements, metal, that is present, that is naturally occur. We cannot be divided. The type is what is called as a metal. It has a special nature. The nature of metal has shiny in appearance, and they are malleable. That means we can change it into different shape. Change it into different shape. And it's a good conductor. That means it conducts the heat and electric current very easily. Heat and the current. So all these metals has this property. And comes to the non-metal. Non-metal means a metal. Let us see this non-metal property of non-metal. Which are all the non-metal? Example, if you see this, that is carbon, phosphorus, sulfur. These are all considered as a non-metal. Non-metal means it has a property of they are not shiny, not good conductor, not conductor of heat and electricity. It doesn't conduct any heat and electricity, and we cannot be changed into different shape. Change into different shape. And all the non-metal which are exist in these, they are malleable. And coming to the metalloids, these are the material which has both metal plus non-metal property. Which has for example, if you say for the metalloid, boron and antimony, silicon. These are the substance which has the property of metal and non-metal property. And coming to the compounds. Compounds is nothing but the combination of elements. Example, sodium chloride, NaCl, sodium chloride. Here sodium is one element and chloride is one element. Two different elements are combined, that will give the sodium chloride. That This sodium chloride, which has the property of different in the property of the sodium and chloride. It's a special property. This is any property it has from the sodium and chlorine. So compound has a special property. So two different elements are combined that will give the compounds. This compounds, when you go for this some of the compounds, another example you see that water. Water H2O. Here two hydrogen atom, H plus H2 hydrogen atom will give the pure form of the element. This element is combined with this is differently if you take as an atom, they are combined. This is a molecule or element. When this hydrogen element combines with the element of oxygen, that will give the water. This water has a special property. It doesn't have the property of hydrogen and oxygen. So oxygen is used for supports the burning, but water is not support. So it has a special property. So now we understand this, what is a element and what is a compound. Let us find this difference between the compounds and elements. Elements is a combination of only the atom, but compound is the combination of element. So in the next class we'll see the difference between the elements and compounds detailed. Thank you.